Cillian Murphy's latest foray into emotionally charged storytelling, the Netflix film Steve, has captivated audiences with its unflinching portrayal of a crumbling educational institution and the indomitable human spirit within it. Unfolding over the taut span of a single harrowing day, the movie immerses viewers in the chaotic final hours of a reform school for troubled adolescent boys in the United Kingdom, a place teetering on the brink of closure due to bureaucratic indifference and funding shortfalls. As a documentary crew captures the raw immediacy, Murphy's titular character, head teacher Steve, emerges as a beleaguered everyman, his weary confession of being very, very tired, setting the tone for a narrative that probes the intersections of exhaustion, empathy, and endurance. At its core, Steve is a character study wrapped in social commentary, inspired by Max Porter's novella Shy and drawing from the stark realities of under-resourced youth programs. The synopsis distills its essence. A head teacher grapples with maintaining order among his charges while confronting his own unraveling mental health. Steve, portrayed with Murphy's signature intensity, those piercing blue eyes conveying volumes of unspoken pain, navigates a labyrinth of adolescent turmoil. Among his students is Shy, a volatile young man whose self-description as angry and bored belies deeper wounds inflicted by a society that marginalizes its most vulnerable. The school's impending shutdown amplifies the stakes, transforming routine disciplinary measures into desperate acts of salvage. The film's structure, confined to one day, masterfully builds tension through a series of interconnected vignettes. Morning assemblies devolve into heated confrontations, counseling sessions reveal fractures in familial bonds, and administrative meetings expose the cold calculus of policy over people. Murphy infuses Steve with a quiet heroism. His rumpled attire and shadowed gaze mirror the institution's decay, yet his interactions brim with genuine care. A pivotal scene unfolds in the school's drab common room, where Steve mediates a dispute between Shy and a peer, his voice steady but laced with the tremor of overextension. Here Murphy's performance shines, layering subtle physical tics, a clenched jaw, a fleeting rub of the temples, with dialogue that crackles with authenticity. As the day progresses, the plot thickens with complications that transcend the classroom. Shy's escalating despair culminates in a suicide attempt, a gut-wrenching sequence filmed with harrowing restraint. No sensationalism, just the stark terror of inaction's consequences. Steve's response is visceral. He abandons his sobriety, a fragile achievement amid his own history of substance struggles, to intervene, his hands trembling as he administers aid. This breach, while a personal low, underscores the film's thesis. In the trenches of caregiving, boundaries blur and sacrifice becomes survival. The documentary crew's presence adds a meta-layer, questioning voyeurism in crisis and the ethics of capturing suffering for public consumption. By twilight, as the school empties into an uncertain future, Steve escorts a stabilized Shy to safety, their exchange a poignant fusion of paternal guidance and peer solidarity. Shy's tentative admission, "I just wanted it to stop," elicits from Steve a raw vulnerability, "We all do, mate." But stopping isn't the answer. This moment, laden with subtext, humanizes both characters, revealing the cyclical nature of pain in underserved communities. The reformatory's closure isn't merely logistical. It's a metaphor for systemic abandonment, echoing Porter's inspirations from real-world closures of youth facilities that leave at-risk teens adrift. The film's denouement, however, is where Steve truly lingers, its ambiguity sparking fervent debate among viewers and critics alike. Returning home to his wife and children, Steve ascends to the attic, a space cluttered with relics of unfulfilled dreams, old lesson plans, faded photographs, a half-empty bottle. On a surface reading, this retreat signals despair. A man spiraling into addiction's abyss or, more darkly, contemplating the unthinkable. The camera lingers on his silhouette against the dim bulb, the silence oppressive, inviting interpretations of defeat. Murphy's micro-expressions, a hollow stare, a defeated slump, amplify this bleakness, evoking the toll of unceasing altruism without reprieve. Yet, peel back the layers and a thread of hope emerges, woven through the film's symbolic architecture. The Durdle Door, that iconic limestone arch on England's Jurassic coast, recurs as Shy's fixation, a natural wonder eroded by relentless waves yet defiantly upright. Steve introduces it early during a counseling session as an emblem of perseverance. Battered, yeah, but still standing. Like us. By film's end, as Steve retreats upward, the attic's isolation parallels the arch's solitude, suggesting not capitulation but contemplation, a pause to regroup. Porter, in promoting the source material, emphasized this duality. Closures like the schools presage broader societal perils, from shuttered youth clubs to eroded social safety nets. Anybody reading this book now who is awake will see what the consequences are, he warned, highlighting the terror of neglect in urban underbellies. Critics have lauded Steve for its refusal to tidy resolutions, praising Murphy's tour de force turn as a linchpin. His ability to convey Steve's internal maelstrom, flashes of humor amid the grim, tenderness cracking through fatigue, earns comparisons to his work in Peaky Blinders, where charisma masked torment. Directors have noted how Murphy immersed himself, shadowing real educators and drawing from personal insights into mental health advocacy. The ensemble too impresses. The boys' portrayals ring true, their accents and idioms capturing regional authenticity without caricature. Beyond narrative, Steve ignites discourse on education's frontlines. It spotlights the reform school's role as a last bastion, where teachers like Steve bridge gaps left by fractured homes and indifferent policies. Viewers have shared stories of similar institutions' demises, underscoring the film's prescience. Porter's novella, Born from Grief and Observation, amplifies this. Inspired by a friend's loss and societal fissures, it mourns what's lost when support evaporates. In the attic's hush, Steve's fate hangs open-ended, a Rorschach test for empathy. Is it rock bottom, prelude to renewal? The Dirtle Door whispers the latter, resilience amid erosion. Murphy's Steve doesn't preach, it provokes, leaving us to ponder our complicity in systems that weary warriors like him. In an era of streaming satiation, this film's emotional rigor stands out, a testament to storytelling's power to heal and haunt.